Okay, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is a meeting to share this magnificent business that some of us are in here and some of us are looking at for the first time. A little bit about ourselves. My name is Marty DeGarmo. My business partners are Mike Ellis and Dan Street. We've worked together for years and years. I don't know, maybe 7 years now. And I've been online since 2004. My wife's not here, so I can tell you I lost tens of thousands of dollars trying to find something that, because I thought, I wound up on disability, maybe I could make a little money online. It looks like, they're saying it's easy. Found out it's not as easy as I thought. And as years went on, I found out every month I found out something else I didn't know. Long story short, I met Mike and Dan, and we had a lot in common because, you draw people that you like. And we found out that, okay, even if we can market and bring all these people in 30 to 60 days, they quit. And it's not brain surgery. They quit because they're not making any money. Simple as that. They're not making a dime. Everybody needs to mute themselves. I'm not sure who that is. I'll find out. There we go. So what we did was we started looking for a company that everybody has a fair shake. And the biggest problem with online is traffic. I don't care how nice your website is or what you have to offer. If you don't get traffic, you're not getting any business and you're not making any money. It's really that simple. So we wanted to find a business that would cover all that for people that don't have 15 years to learn how to market. And thank God, there's ONPASSIVE. And we looked into it. We found out that this company has all the things we've been looking for. Yeah, we can bring people in and look them in the face now and say, yeah, we can help you. Because ONPASSIVE takes people without the skills, whatever reason it is, mainly time. Some people working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, single family, taking care of their parents. And we found something that this company's going to drive traffic for. Mike will get all the details, but that's that's us up to this point. There was a lot of horror stories that you don't need to know, but anyway, I'd like to introduce my business partner, one of them, Mike Ellis, and he's going to explain this business in much more detail than I just did. So sit back and listen, and we'll answer questions after.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. I want to welcome everybody to this Zoom, and really in particular the new people that are here. And I'm going to answer a lot of the questions that Marty brought up. Really going to be talking about some extraordinary things that have never been done online or offline in any business at any time. And it really is remarkable what ONPASSIVE is doing right now. And I believe after this presentation, you're going to be able to start thinking about your financial situation in a really different way. And it's going to be extremely positive. And because of what ONPASSIVE has done, because of the way they're structured, because of the unique things, the remarkable things that they're doing, it really is going to change everything. I want to start by talking about Ash Mufareh just a little bit. He is the CEO of ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. And as Ash started to develop ONPASSIVE, he had one thing in his mind initially, and that was how to take the 97% of the people online that come online and work very, very hard, but for one reason or another, they're just not successful. And what Ash wanted to do, his main goal as he started ONPASSIVE, was to change that number and make the 97% of the people coming online, making them successful. Today, ONPASSIVE has done that. And as you listen to what I'm talking to you about, you are going to find a way forward that was not there before. And it's because of what Ash Mufareh and his team of technicians in Bangalore, 200 strong, have done. Now, initially, ONPASSIVE developed an automated marketing platform. There is more, but the automated marketing platform had all the tools that we use online to market. Marty, Dan, and I, we've been online for a dozen years. We use all these tools right now, but ONPASSIVE, what they've done is they put all these tools under one umbrella, the automated marketing platform, and all of these tools are superior. They are cutting edge technology. These tools are new. They're not refurbished technology. This is new technology that he and his tech team have developed. They are absolutely awesome. And as we look at those tools, they could be an autoresponder, a page builder, a funnel builder, a webinar service, a communication module. All the tools that we use are in this automated marketing platform. They are superior. And then Ash and his team have taken it really to new levels as far as what they do, not only for us, but the customers that come into ONPASSIVE. As we look at what ONPASSIVE has done for us personally, they do 4 things that have never been done online. And these 4 things will literally change the way you look at your financial bottom line, that residual, that walk away money. The first thing, ONPASSIVE, as you come in and you start to participate with ONPASSIVE, it is a self-funding program. You will pay once, you will never go out of pocket again. And if you know anything about business online, normally when you get into a business online, you're going out of pocket all the time, usually every month. With ONPASSIVE, that will not happen. You will pay once, you will never have to pay again. The second thing that ONPASSIVE has done for us is as you come in, they are going to force you to be successful. And what does that mean? They are going to force you to make money. I have never had an argument against this particular item. People absolutely love it. If you're going to force me to make money, you can come to my house every day, day in and day out. That's how good it is. The third thing is the traffic that ONPASSIVE is going to be driving for all of us. And Marty touched on this in his intro. Traffic is the key to everything you do. And if you can't get eyes in front of the people that are going to be interested in what you're doing, bring them in, they love what you do, and they buy, you will never be successful online, offline. And as we look at the traffic, ONPASSIVE is a master at driving traffic. And here's what's really, really cool about the way they drive traffic. Because their traffic is so good and they can target it so well, not only do they bring in great traffic for us, but the ONPASSIVE traffic is scalable. And what that does for you and I, we have the ability, because of what ONPASSIVE is doing, to build our business as large as we want it. And as we look at the numbers, and I'll get into those in just a little bit, we're talking about a big, big business for all of us. The last thing I want to touch on is the customer side of ONPASSIVE. And as big as the affiliate side of ONPASSIVE is, those individuals coming in and participating with ONPASSIVE, the customer side will just dwarf the affiliate, independent reseller of the IT product of ONPASSIVE. And they do some really unique things with the customers. As customers come in, we already know they're going to love the product. They're already using these products elsewhere, and they're paying a monthly fee for them. But as they come into ONPASSIVE, they're going to start using these products. They are absolutely going to love them. Again, they are cutting edge technology. They are the best of the best. They are superior. And as customers come in and start using these products for their business, absolutely going to love them. They will never leave because of the quality of the product, but it gets better. As customers come in and use the products, over time, the cost of those products go down. Over time, the cost of those products are zero. Over time, ONPASSIVE starts to pay the customer for using the product. Now, if you understand those few things, you will be on ONPASSIVE, you will never leave, because as a customer comes in, and remember, ONPASSIVE is going to be bringing these customers in. As customers come in, they will never leave, and you will get paid over and over and over and over again. Not only is the customer going to love where they're at, but your business will grow because of the customers coming in, and it will be massive. So as we look at ONPASSIVE, I'm going to get into the numbers, but as we look at ONPASSIVE, how do we all come in and participate with ONPASSIVE? Today there is a position, it is the Go-Founder position. It is a $97 position. You come in and you pay that $97 and you are locked into the company of ONPASSIVE and you are locked into the pay structure of ONPASSIVE. And the pay structure is the big one. You lock your position in, and ONPASSIVE can determine to pay us any way they want as we come in and participate with ONPASSIVE. And the way they've decided to pay us is with a 3 by infinity forced matrix. It is a corporate matrix. They can only have 3 people at the top. Everything else from there runs top to bottom, left to right. And as massive amounts of people come in, because you were locked into the pay structure of ONPASSIVE, your team can't help but grow. So the $97, what that does is it locks your position in ONPASSIVE. Now, as ONPASSIVE launches to the world, we will all come into ONPASSIVE and become customers first. And again, this is the second payment. This is the payment that you will pay once and never have to go out of pocket again. So as we come into ONPASSIVE, within the corporate matrix, there are 4 membership levels: 25, 125, 250, and 500. As ONPASSIVE launches to the world, we all have to come in and pick a membership level. It does not matter which membership level you choose. It can be 25, 125, 250, or 500. As we do that and pay the membership level, we click a button in the back office and we all become independent resellers of the IT products. So there is a founder payment, $97, and then as we come into ONPASSIVE, there is a one-time payment of 25, 125, 250, or 500. Now, that is a monthly fee, but because of the way ONPASSIVE is structured, you will never have to go out of pocket again, and that fee will be taken out of the proceeds you make with ONPASSIVE. Very, very important to understand that. And there are a couple things that, as you come in and you pay the membership level, that you need to know. Number one, as you pay that membership level, ONPASSIVE, again, they are going to force you to be successful. But as you come in and get a membership level, let's say it's a $25 level, there are no qualifications. So you don't have to bring anybody in. You don't have to recruit anybody. You don't have to sell anything to bring customers in. Once you get in there, there are no qualifications. And anybody that falls underneath you, you will get paid for that. I'll tell you why that's a big deal in just a second. Also, let's say you come in and people are coming in underneath you, and you've got individuals that are coming in at the second or the third or the fourth level. Because you're in the $25 level, you cannot go over and get the money in the second, third, and fourth level. But here's the really, really cool thing. ONPASSIVE will never take anything away from you. As people come in, even though they're coming in at higher levels than you are, if they're under you, that money will stay there until you get there. And again, ONPASSIVE, as the proceeds are available, the profits are available, they are going to force you to go to the second, the third, and the fourth level. When you get there, that money will be there waiting for you. Again, ONPASSIVE will never take it away from you, and you can withdraw it and put it in your bank. Very, very cool stuff. Let's talk about the numbers just a little bit. I plan on building out the first 10 levels in 365 days of the 3 by 10 force matrix. That's about 88,700 people. As we look at that first level, once that's done, your monthly income is $100,000. And here's how it works. As you get the people in your first level, you don't have to do that for level 2, 3, and 4. Those people will move over to the second, third, and fourth level. So you don't have to continually bring in people to fill that matrix to the 10th level. They move over. As they get to the fourth level, your monthly income is about $2 million. And as we start looking at the numbers and looking, how am I going to get 88,700 people? That's just the first 10 levels. That's just the start, guys. But as we look at what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing, we don't care if they bring in founders, independent resellers of the IT products, that's you and I, or they bring in customers. Everything goes into the corporate matrix, top to bottom, left to right, and they will fill our matrices as these individuals come in. So we don't care if they're independent resellers of the IT products or customers. It just does not matter. They go into the matrix, we get paid for them. And as we look at the magnitude of ONPASSIVE and what they're doing, and you start to look at the customer side, again, customers are absolutely going to love the products of ONPASSIVE because they're so superior and the technology is so cutting edge. They're absolutely going to love it. And when we look at ONPASSIVE, the number of customers that they're going to be bringing in as they launch to the world, we're not talking about a few 100,000, 500,000, 1 million. There will be millions of people coming into ONPASSIVE, and all of these individuals, these customers, they will go underneath us. And I always recommend that the new people, as you come in, after we're done with this webinar, to take a look at the compensation program. And I've done many videos on the compensation program. It will go over everything, and you'll understand it a little bit more in depth. But the number of people that are going to be coming into ONPASSIVE and the founding position today has such great value because of that. Remember, ONPASSIVE is going to be driving traffic for us, bringing in customers, bringing in independent resellers of the IT products. But when you look at the magnitude of the customers coming into ONPASSIVE, it will just blow your mind because of what it'll do to your bottom line. Our market today is about 3.6 to 4 billion people. The automated marketing platform is just a start of what ONPASSIVE has done. I can't talk about some of the other products on an open forum like this, but there are products, as you look at the automated marketing platform and what ONPASSIVE is doing, and you start to bring in the other products that ONPASSIVE is bringing out at the launch, it just dwarfs what I've just talked about. It is so much bigger than what I've just talked about. And that's when you start thinking about the amount of customers that are going to be coming in to ONPASSIVE. And I really can't share the numbers that Ash has shared with us because they're just off the chart, but they're real. And when you start thinking about ONPASSIVE bringing in 1 million or 2 million or 5 million, you're wrong. It's bigger than that. And I'm talking about a short period of time. I'm not talking about in the next 10 years or the next 2 years or the next year. When ONPASSIVE launches to the world, this thing is going to explode exponentially because of what Ash has done, because of the structure of ONPASSIVE, because of what he does for us, the founding members, and most importantly, what he is doing for the customers. As we look at ONPASSIVE, ONPASSIVE was made for you and I. It was made for you and I to change that bottom line, to take care of that residual income, to take care of that walk-away money, and give you an ability to start dreaming about the lifestyle you want to live. And when you look at it, it becoming a reality. Not only does ONPASSIVE give you time freedom and money freedom, but they put it together. You'll have the money to be able to live the lifestyle you want to live with the time freedom to do that with. So ONPASSIVE is truly remarkable. They're doing things online that have never been done, and he's doing it for us as founding members. If you are a founding member today, the founding membership has such value for you, not the people around you, but for you to change the way you look at your financial future. That is why we're all here, and ONPASSIVE is giving us the ability today to get that done. Marty, I'm going to turn it back over to you. If there are any questions, just throw them at us. More than happy to answer them. And yeah, let's get busy. Or I'll turn it over to Dan. Dan, go ahead and take it.
Oh, I'm good. I got it. I couldn't find my mic.
That's okay.
Anyway, thanks, Mike. As everybody has heard, there's a lot more details that you can get from the person who invited you here. But let me go at it at a different angle. Picture that you own a share in a Walmart store, and everything that goes past the cash register, you get a small piece. Now picture you own a little bit of 2 stores, 3 stores, 4 stores, 5 stores. But some people look at it and say, well, how about if I don't use these products or I don't need them? You don't have to use all the products. You don't have to need all the products. But the products that, I mean, it's a full internet solution. Like anything you could think of that you come online for, anything, ONPASSIVE is going to have it. And the really neat thing about it is, it would be like you got to join Bill Gates when he started, or Jeff Bezos when he started. and you're sharing the wealth with the company. And it's a big, big deal. And the magic part of it is the traffic. If you do have a primary business that you're doing now and you want to advertise that business, you could get in on passive and they will run traffic to that business for you. But the main thing is to be able to be part of something this big for $97 is a no-brainer. If you've been online more than 2 hours looking to make money online, you know what I'm talking about. You go from one to another to another. Sometimes you're following the same so-called guru every 4 or 5 months. There's something else, and this is the best thing you've ever seen. Don't take my word for it. Most of you don't know me. Go get the information, look at it yourself, research it, ask all the questions you can think of. And I believe if you get all the information you feel as I do, myself, Mike, and Dan stopped everything else we're doing. And we can market any business. We could probably do pretty well. But the saddest part of all is we couldn't bring anybody with us. And I'm sick and tired of seeing 2 or 3% of the people, even less, walk across stage with a 6-foot check, look what I made, and everybody in the audience clapping their hands like JoJo the Idiot Circus Monkey, and they have no chance of making that money. None. It's just reality. There's no chance. So I'm going to turn it over to Dan Street, my business partner. I've known him 7, 8 years too. With these two gentlemen, it saved me online because together, all three of us make a pretty good marketer. But anyway, here's Dan Street.
Well, thanks, Marty and Mike. You guys pretty much have covered everything. I'd just like to chime in on a couple of things that Mike mentioned and Marty mentioned. We talk about the 97% of the people that never make it. That's just a really big deal because the way the marketing system is set up, the way the pay plan is set up for ONPASSIVE, you will be successful. And you don't have to be a marketing guru. You don't have to, it doesn't matter. You could come in with your 97 and then come in at $25 and not do a thing after that. And the company eventually will build your business organically for you. And that's because they have one of the lifeblood of ONPASSIVE is going to be continual marketing and advertising campaigns that they're going to run for our benefit throughout the entire existence of their entire time. I mean, all the time they're going to be running this. So that lends a lot to the longevity of the company. Millions and millions of people all over the world are going to be coming into this business. And we emphasize that there's a couple of types of freedom. And the first one is, of course, financial freedom. But a lot of you out there that are listening to this opportunity want that time freedom as well. I'm one of them. I have a full-time job, and I want that time freedom more than anything. You know, the financial part of it is all well and good, but just being able to have that time freedom is a big key in my life. So with that, that when we talk about the 97%, we're seeing it firsthand. We're seeing the people on our team that are just absolutely incredible, that we've seen more leaders develop throughout this time that we've been this 15-month journey that Marty, Mike, and I have been on. And I would like to take this time to introduce some of those people and have them tell you a little bit about how they got involved and some of their success stories. So the first person I want to bring aboard here is Chef Redfern in Pot, Spain. He's been involved with this company since the inception. And Red, take it away. We'd like to hear from you.
Hey, Dan, Mike, and Marty, how are you? Fantastic to get on first. It is damn hot here. Very much like Dan, I've got my own business down here in the south of Spain. We've got a lovely little glamping site. Time freedom is what I'm after. I mean, look at me in a hot kitchen doing my thing. This is what I want my time freedom for, is to get away from this. Not that I don't love my business, but I do want to have more of that. Now, I looked at ONPASSIVE 2 years ago now. Just coming up to my 2-year anniversary. And just before I go on to the reason why I joined ONPASSIVE, I just want to talk to you about the $97 to join at the moment as a founder member. Now, it's very important to know this. I've been in 2 years. I paid my $97 2 years ago, and I have not paid anything else since. And I have seen this business grow. So you need to understand that 97 to become a founder, you won't pay anything again until we launch. And then a year later, if you still want to be a founder, you have to pay again. But at the moment, you pay once and that's your lot. Anyway, why did I look at ONPASSIVE? Now, I come from the online cryptocurrency type of scenario, and I'd thrown a lot of money at various platforms, various get-richers and all the rest of it. And I, myself and my business partner, Peter Rogers, we were looking for a product-based residual income company. Now, these types of companies were very, very hard to find online. A friend of mine called Derek Ventnor introduced us to Ash Mufarad. We were on one of his very first live webinars he did. When we joined, ONPASSIVE wasn't even a name. It was just Ash's idea. We jumped on with him. There was less than 100 people on his very first webinar that we were on. And he gave us his vision of what he wanted to do. Now, Ash, in his own right, is very successful. He's worked for various companies in Silicon Valley in the States. And what he wanted to do, he wanted to build something. And it was the only way he could, is to build it himself, to give the 97%, which is you, me, Dan, Marty, all of us here, a chance to make it online. Because to be absolutely honest, I was sick and tired of giving my bloody hard-earned money to somebody running off into the distance with it and then feeling a complete schmuck thinking I've been done again. Anyway, we looked at ONPASSIVE, exactly the same as you guys, completely blown away. The system that is in place for all of us here to use is mind-blowing. And if you could just tap into just a little bit of what ONPASSIVE is going to offer you, you will be so excited like I am. I'm still excited now after 2 years. And, you know, it's a fantastic situation to be in. My advice to anybody who's new here is to get back in contact with the person who brought you here. Get as much information as you want. There is so much information available now. Any question that you can ask will be answered honestly and truthfully. And that's all I can say on it. This is a company for us. This is not a company for 3%. It's a company for 97%. Anyway, thanks very much, Dan, for asking me on.
Thanks, Red. Great words of wisdom. And Red also has a Zoom in Europe on Tuesdays. And maybe, Red, if you could throw that in the chat box, that would be great, because some of the people
certainly will do, Dan.
Europe. Okay, gotcha. Okay, next person I'd like to bring on is Mike Ford. He's also got a Zoom on Wednesdays, and I'd like to bring him on. And he's building a huge organization and just having a lot of success. And Mike, if you're there, can you come on and
Dan.
share a few words?
Sure. Thanks for having me on. And hello, everybody. Yeah, my name is Mike Ford out of California. And yeah, this thing has just taken off. It's amazing. You know, haven't really signed a whole lot of people up myself, and my team is growing really big. So what really got my attention originally with ONPASSIVE was I have a product that I promote, and I was one of those 97%. I hit the car bonus, $750 a month, and the next month you had to maintain that to get that car bonus. I never got the car bonus. The next month it went down and went down. So some of the people that I'm working with, they knew that I was looking for something to help me build my business, something that would guarantee traffic and that would guarantee signups. That was perfect. That's what got my attention. I thought this is great, because I've tried all these different things that I paid for, and then you pay the money and they're going to do the work for you. Then all of a sudden you're buying another program, another product. You're paying more money. You never really get that company or that team that's going to do marketing for you and guarantee signups, like what I just heard with ONPASSIVE. So of course that got my attention. And then while I'm kind of waiting, I want to know more about ONPASSIVE. So I go to Google ONPASSIVE, and I I read everything that I can, and I go to YouTube, and there I see Mike Ellis doing videos. I see some other videos, and I get on Passive Nation's Facebook group. And as I started learning more about OnPassive, I thought this OnPassive business is far superior. It's totally shadows any other business that I could think about doing. So now I have two positives here. I got OnPassive. I'm gonna go ahead and build this business, and it's working. It's so easy to share this business. And when we launch, they're actually gonna market this other product for me, which I love. I love the fact that they're gonna help build that business too. So that's really, what got me here. And so, my big why is I lost my retirement 10 years ago. It was like washed completely out. And at, my 50s, when I thought I was going to be set up for life for retirement, that was gone. So looking for, again, now something that's going to take care of me for the rest of my life. And that's what OnPassive, is definitely here to do. So thank you guys. I just really love being a part with partners with Mike, Marty, and Dan. They make this thing real. They help. They've helped me build a team, and I appreciate these guys so much. And I will put, I'll drop a link in too for my Wednesday night Zoom. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate those words of wisdom as well, and we appreciate. You're just killing it, and just amazing. Another guy that I'd like to bring aboard right now is Daryl Cook. Daryl Cook's just having some amazing success, and I've known him for a few years, and he came aboard, I think, in November of 2019, and he has just been going crazy. So, Daryl, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, take it away.
All right. Well, great. Well, thanks again, Dan, Mike, and Marty for just introducing this whole concept to me. I got introduced, as Dan said, back in November of 2019. And Dan and I have been in business together since July 2014. That's when we came together, yeah. And so what intrigued me was the ability to have a constant traffic without the emotional ups and downs. If you've ever been in online marketing, that's what happens. So OnPassive was going to give me paid traffic in. That's what really brought me to the desire to even want to do this. But I will admit, at first, I became a member because of that trust bond between Dan and I. And once I paid, I didn't really look at it too much. And I shared it with 2 or 3 folks. Then January hit, and the numbers were exploding. And I said, what am I sitting on? It's like I was sitting on this rocket ship and didn't even know what was going on. So I called him again, and I said, hey, okay, let's get plugged in here a little bit more. So I found some leaders, and they have just done very well. I'm just so thankful for them, and our team is growing. And here's what I do, is I make sure that I watch all of Mike's videos. I try to make sure that I get on all of Dan's webinars, or Marty's webinars, get on the corporate webinars on Thursday. I've been on Mike Ward's once. I want to get on some more. Red, I just appreciate everything you're doing, because every time we hear somebody else say something about this business, you'll learn just a little bit more. And so stay plugged, share, read. Everything you do, it creates a bigger footprint for OnPassive, and that's what it's all about. Can you imagine when this thing goes public? And all of us, 138,000 founding members have been all yes in this one, and thumbs up on this platform. That's going to be exciting. And finally, here's what I want to tell you that has just made this so alive to me. I believe in Ash Mufareh. Every time I've heard this gentleman speak, it's like he's speaking right to me. And everything that I have wanted to do online, he's making it happen. His passion, his commitment to make this the next unicorn business, I believe it. And I'm in business for all of the folks that I'm bringing in, because I absolutely believe it's going to happen. And man, am I glad to be part of the 1% of the pay structure. Thanks, Dan, so much. Marty, Mike Hord, Red Redford, all you leaders who are helping me develop my team. Thanks.
Outstanding, Daryl. Thanks for sharing that with us. That was very, very good. Well, now let's get one of our let's get a woman in here to give her perspective. Viviana, are you around? Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, you are? Okay, great. Share with us a little bit, will you, please?
I got introduced to this company by Mike Hord, and we were in a previous business, and it didn't go so well for me. And the trouble that I was having was the marketing part. So we all get into an online business hoping that, we'll become financially free, but few of us ever make it happen. So I was thinking about all these companies that are online, like Google and Facebook and Apple and Amazon, Microsoft, Zoom. All these companies, what do they have in common? They're all technology based, right? But do we have the opportunity? Do they give us a piece of the pie? No. When we're using the products, they don't give us anything. We basically pay out to these platforms. So what I liked about this company is that we have the opportunity to have an online business and make an income, for a very, very minimal amount of money. For $97, we can actually have the opportunity to become financially free. So that's always, all of us that are here, that's a dream come true. And to be able to have some other company do the marketing for us is like, wow. You can't compare. There's no comparison. So that's what attracted me to the company, and it's perfect. It's perfect. And when it launches, oh, it's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge. So what creates our belief is, plugging into these trainings, plugging into these Zooms. All of us, that are part of the community, that helps create our belief in the company, and that this is real. This is real, and it's going to take over the internet. It really is. So come on board.
Thanks, Viviana. Excellent. One of the things you just said about real is so true. The products are real, and we heard about it for so long, but we got a sneak peek from Ash Mufareh in one of the webinars, and we saw one of the products, and they are real and they are outstanding. It's AI, it's proprietary, it's authentic and original products that are just absolutely mind-blowing. So with that, yeah, Dan, Mike, yeah.
Can I say just a couple things real quick?
Sure.
Then I'll hand it back to you.
Sure.
I absolutely love the leaders on our team. I think we've got the best leaders in ONPASSIVE. And the individuals that are coming in are just exploring ONPASSIVE. Don't let that scare you, having to bring people in or wanting to bring people in. When you think about ONPASSIVE, think about automated. Now, I think over time, because it's so good, everybody shares it. And that's what we do. We just share what we know. But initially, when you're coming in, don't get discouraged about people bringing other people in. That's not what you have to do. You have to come in, plug in, and participate. But keep in the back of your mind, automated. ONPASSIVE, that's why they're here. They're here to help you build your business. That's all, Dan. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mike. Done for you marketing, done for you everything. Everything is automated, and we encourage you that once you do join, to get into the back office and really look around and get in, tap into it and learn as much as you can. The next person I want to bring aboard here is Arthur Gully. Now, Arthur has been around for a long time as well, and he has a great story to share. Arthur, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm glad to be here, Dan. I appreciate that. Mike and Marty, Everybody else is in here with the leaders. Every year, August 1st, there's a worldwide holiday, and today is August 1st, and that is my birthday. And it's exciting to be here on my birthday. Usually I work on my birthday anyway, on the secular jobs that I've had in the past. I don't have a job anymore. I'm retired, and I never looked back since last year when I retired. I work here every day, 24/7. I take a break when I want to and get back on 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm back in the business. It's my business, and I love it. That's what I look at is duplication. This is the first company that I've been involved in that anyone can duplicate. And what do I mean by duplicating in this particular business? You don't have to do anything but come in and participate. Educate yourself. Who can't do that? Who can't duplicate that? You have to want to. Most people just don't want to do anything. But nothing from nothing leaves nothing. But if you just come in and do the minimum amount of things that we ask, it helps everybody. Come in, participate in the community, make good comments, like it, love it, or whatever. If you can't do video, that's no problem. If you can't speak to anyone, that's no problem. But what's duplicatable is to sit back, learn, and let the company do it all for you. That's duplicatable. Now, to start with, we have what I call the 4 pillars, starting off with the system, a complete digital system. That's duplicatable because the system is automated. That's duplicatable. You don't have to do anything. We have, I don't know, probably 50, 60, I don't know, maybe 100. I haven't seen them all. But these tools, people are already using. They're purchasing these tools for personal use and business uses. But here's the thing with that. They have to purchase these tools separately. We have all these tools proprietary to the company under one roof at an affordable price compared to what you would do spending it separately. In this company over here, I got to buy my website. Over here, I got to buy my traffic, all of that. But when you start figuring all that out, you're spending a lot of money. Now, the next thing is automation. As I said before, everything is automated, duplicated, duplicatable. You don't have to do anything. Just be in to win it. Just be in it. That's all you have to do. But educate yourself to know what company you're representing. You're representing your own company. So you're building a name, a brand, and you want it to be recognized to the world, and you want it to be a respectable company that people can look to, trust, being transparent in certain areas, and not just taking people's money and running with it. Then we have what we call traffic. Again, that's duplicatable. You don't have to worry about the traffic, because if you go out there and spend it separately on your own, you don't know what you're getting. I rely on ONPASSIVE because if they are bringing 138, almost 139,000 us people, founders here, then they must they know something that I don't know, or they're doing something that I can't do, whether it's money, I can't afford it, whatever it is. It's working. It's been working from day one. So do I need to spend the money for traffic somewhere else? No, I don't. Is that duplicatable? Yes. And the last thing is the residual income. And Viviana and Darryl Cook said something that, see, nobody, as long as I've been in marketing, nobody they try to duplicate what we're doing and say, well, we automate it and you don't have to do this, it's done for you and all of that. But I have not heard anybody say, we got the traffic, we got your back. Never have I heard it to this day. Never have I heard any company say, come on in and we will drive traffic. Well, guess what? We have that company today. It's called ONPASSIVE. And it's called, we have what we call residual income. Once you're in it to win it. You don't have to do anything but just participate in the community and to help each other else, out, you know, that's coming in. Lift them up, give them confidence that it can be done. It's a possibility. And I want to thank Mr. Ashmafari for the dream, because what he has started was something that I will always look for the last 40 years. Who can that person be to take me along the way and help me build a legacy and don't mind doing it. And it didn't take a $5,000 or $10,000 like most companies. Well, some people are paying this every month, this $97 we're talking about. I've seen stuff that I've been involved or trying to get in it, and it was like $100 and something a month. And I haven't made any money. But I'm gonna tell you something, stay in. We're in a good community. We're talking about a worldwide company of lovable, passionate people, and together we make the dream work. And I thank you all for allowing me to, I'm a motivator. Well, yeah, I don't, you know, so thank you.
Well, thanks, Arthur. That was great. That was great. Okay, let's go across. Hello. Let's go across the pond to Paul Angus. Paul, are you available?
Yeah. Hi, Dan. Thank you very much.
Paul, hey, share some
Hey,
words
good.
of wisdom with us.
Thank you. Well, my story is a little bit different, really. I was one of those people that didn't look and didn't want to look at ONPASSIVE for about 3 months. And I really don't understand that now. My good old friend Dennis Owens. Dennis is 87 years of age, by the way, if anyone thinks that they're too old to be in business. And he's full of beans, and he's actually above ONPASSIVE Nation in the line of sponsorship. And Dennis and I have been friends since 1996. I've spent nearly 40 years in network marketing, and it's a little bit like Marty said. I've gone out and built teams and sold products and things like that, but people in my group didn't. A lot of them didn't, you know. So when Dennis was sort of saying to me, well, you need to look at ONPASSIVE, I said, Dennis, you know, I'm 60, just over 60. I don't really want to go and build the next 10,000 in my team. I don't want to go and sell products again. I'm looking for an easier life now. You know, we've lived out in the country, we live in the woods, and there's got to be something better out there. And he kept saying to me, you need to look at this. Look at these 2 videos. Look at this Mike Ellis. And I didn't look. And eventually he said, look, out of friendship, we've been friends for many years. Just please have a look at this. And then if you don't want to do it, fine. I'll never mention it again. And I had a look and watching Mike Ellis, and it just made perfect sense. If anyone's watched Mike Ellis, he just makes perfect sense, which is good. And I just thought, why haven't I done this before? And I joined on the 23rd of December, 2019. How many people get into business 2 days before Christmas? They don't. They worry about Christmas. And it's been a good ride ever since. I've got a lot of my friends in. Some of them are on the call today. Tracy Richards and Neil Firth from Manchester, you know, and they've got some great people in, Don Parker and people like that. And in all these years I've been in things, I can honestly say that this is one of those businesses where we all feel like we belong. I've been in other big companies, well-known companies, I don't need to say who they are, but as members and distributors, we didn't really feel like we belong. We just paid to be in it. And ONPASSIVE isn't like that. And the more you look at ONPASSIVE and you realize all the technology we've got, I mean, I'm actually outside now. I'm on a phone that I got 2 or 3 weeks ago. I got this cell phone because it's got 3 built-in cameras, because it's a techie thing. I love it because I obviously like watching videos and take lots of pictures and things like that. And people love technology. So I think, well, I'm involved in a business where people are going to love this. But also, one product that people have forgotten about, that we're all involved in, is people. And with the current pandemic, there's millions of people losing their jobs, and they need to have something, especially a residual income like this, where they say, well, yeah, but I don't want to sell. Well, that's okay. I don't want to recruit anyone. Well, that's okay. I'm not very good at getting traffic. That's okay. All you need to do is be a member to be in it. And all the struggles that people normally have when they say, my car's broken down, in future, they're going to be saying, I got it covered. Yeah, but my washing machine's broken down. I've got it covered. We can't afford a holiday. I've got it covered. I can't afford my daughter's wedding. As a father, my daughter's getting married next year. It was a struggle without OnPassive. I've got it covered. She can't buy a house in Dublin because it's a ridiculous amount of money. I've got it covered. And now I stopped thinking about the money in OnPassive because I realized Ashma Farah's got it covered for all of us. And it's been, I've never seen anything like this in 40 years. So next year, I've got a job like you, Dan. I work for an electrical company, and because of the pandemic, I've now gone back part-time. I'm only doing 4 hours a day. The reality is, at the end of this October, there probably isn't going to be a job for me, which is not going to be a terrible shame, because we're looking forward to next year and spending time out in a motorhome, going all around Europe, and we'll come across people who just looking for something, and we say, well, we've got something for you, you know, and just come and take a look. The best thing about OnPassive, it's non-pushy. No one pushes you in it. No one pushes you to do anything. People do things because they want to. And those people like Tracy, Don Parker, Peter Bashforth, and other people I've got in my team, they're just posting adverts every day because they want to, not because they have to. Never said anything like it. So thank you all for the leadership that you're giving us all. It's just a pleasure to come on here every day, every Zoom call I can get on, everything else. I leave work at 1 o'clock and I just can't wait to get home to just see what's happening in my OnPassive business, because something's happened even when I've been at work. It's just phenomenal. So thank you guys all very, very much. Really appreciate it.
Okay, we got to keep moving here to get a few more in. Hey, Don Parker, I'm in Colorado Springs, Don, and I think you're up the road in Denver, aren't you? You have a few words for us?
Yes, sir. I am in Denver, and I am tickled to be in OnPassive. I would have to agree with Sean. This has become a family. One of my favorite things as kind of one of the new kids on the block is that I have just made so many friends around the country, around the world, that I would have never met before. Paul Angus and Marty, and just has become family to me. Before I tell you my why of OnPassive, I want to give you just a minute of background so you kind of get an idea of where I'm coming from. This was really a godsend to me, and I didn't even realize I needed it. I had been a full-time caregiver for my wife for the past almost 8 years. She was battling brain cancer and a stroke, and she passed away in February, just a month short of our 35th wedding anniversary. And so I was going through the grieving process and wasn't looking for anything new. I wasn't interested. I'd been around the MLM network marketing industry for nearly 40 years, but I wasn't in a mindset to be looking for a new opportunity. But I was on Facebook and I saw a very simple ad that Jackie Summers from the UK had done. And I don't even think it had an image in it. It just said, done for you, guaranteed success, automated traffic. And that MLM thing in the back of my head said, well, that looks interesting. And I just put info, please, and kind of forgot about it. And she sent me a video. I looked at that, and that set me off for a couple of days looking at Mike Ellis's videos and reading reviews. And the more I looked, the more like, man, if this thing is half what they say it's going to be for 97 bucks, that's got to be the biggest no-brainer in the history of no-brainers. And so on the 14th of June, I joined. Found myself in OnPassive Nation, which again was a monstrous blessing because this community is just, I've never been around a company with people that care so much about everybody else's success. And so I plugged in, listened to everything I could get my hands on, go to every Zoom meeting and every one of Marty's meetings every day. And just the more I learned, the more excited I got. The dreams for a comfortable retirement were reignited, and now they're growing. And the more I understand what's coming, the more excited I get. As a 62-year-old guy, I didn't want to go back out and get another job working for somebody half my age. And so now I can see that I don't have to do that. I'm going to be able to spend the next phase of my life building a legacy of abundance for my grandkids, being able to give to ministries and causes that are important to me. And I've just got a new vision for life at a time in my life when I really, really needed it. And so I'm just so thankful. I got so much respect for guys like Sean and Red and Peter who have been here from the jump. I'm extremely grateful to Marty, Mike, and Dan for the work they've put in the last 16 months or so, building ONPASSIVE Nation. And now in just 6 short weeks of being in ONPASSIVE, I can see that ONPASSIVE is my future.